Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors be to the apostles and others at Great Millstone who rule well, and to us is 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, whole fool, let that push not this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you welcome, I do say Shalom. I'm the Akra. I'm coming in with a quick hit, touching up on those Palisades fires, man. That Palisade fire, man. Which that's all by design. Brought to you by Esau Edom with this WEF crap. Because they've been proposing 15-minute cities for the past several years, man, and it's really gaining traction. Recently, and now they're starting to bring it about. Back in the second chapter, verse 1 reads, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is like they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." I wish that word to devise goes back to the Hebrew word chashab, if I'm mistaken. Chashab meaning to invent, make a plan, a purpose, a plot, and make an agenda, and that being Esau's NWO, right? That's where the World Economic Forum comes out with the idea of a global reset. Because all he wants to do is control the populations and dominate over them, being what's it called, a god to them. But what's it called? Only Yahweh Shai can make one to a true God, and that's the nation of Israel, whom he's going to establish as the leaders of the world, over the universe very soon. But first, we gotta wait for this collapse. What's it called? That's in the book of Psalms 82nd chapter. This is what's it called? This is really directed to the nation of Israel. Psalms 82nd chapter verse 6. "I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai." Right, and we're waiting to be perfected. That Esau ain't no god; he will never be a god. Right? You got your classifications of man. You have the sons of man, the sons of the wicked, and the sons of God. Esau's the sons of the wicked, as what's it called? Because out of him cometh forth wickedness, man. Or else America would not be in this perverse, chaotic, wicked spirit it's in right now, being a sinful kingdom, right? Or else the scriptures wouldn't call you the wicked, like Malachi 1:4 makes mention how you're the border of wickedness. You wouldn't be prideful, right? ATC. You're the sons of the wicked, though, because that's how your program will be. What's it called? The sons of God pertain to the nation of Israel, right? Right, Yasharallah in the Hebrew, which Yah means he, Shar means prince, Allah means power. Alright, the prince is the power, right? The power, power translates to God. Princes of the God, right? The sons of God, because a prince is the son of a king. Ultimately, what's it called? Those all by design to bring about Esau's 50-minute cities. It's really of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because you have to realize Esau acts as a sword in the hand of the Lord. This is the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter, verse 5. It reads, "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is in my indignation." And you could apply to Esau Edom, who is in rule today, pursuant to the book of Job, the 9th chapter, verse 24, where it goes into how the what's it called? The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Right? So, O Edomite, the rod of mine anger, and rod is another way of saying staff. A sword, right? In Yahweh's hand. And the staff in Esau's hand, the staff in their hand, the staff in Esau's hand, is my indignation. Right? Indignation means hatred. So whatever work Esau's bringing about, it's of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's going back to the scriptures makes to mention how the ways of man are the Lord, because the Lord directeth their steps. Right? I'm gonna pull up the book of Revelation 6:4 though. And it goes into the horses. Which the world can't break down what that means, man. They think it's talking about a little horse, but you don't. But what's it called? A horse can't fly on its own. All right. When the Lord was making, what's it called? coming up with conceiving these ideas of what animals he would bring about, he made horses to be beasts of the earth. He already made fowls which will fly in heaven, right? But horses are beasts on the earth. And one thing Esau classifies animals is by specialization, meaning one trait that it's good at, and that's running, trotting. All right, it's known for its speed and strength, not for its flight ability. All right, that's a fable thing. That's a mythological creature, which is not real. Now it could be, thinking outside the box, meditating on other planets. It could be a horse-looking creature that does fly, but in this case, not talking about an actual horse flying, right? It's talking about in this case, verse 4 pertains to Esau, Edom, if you can receive it. Because scriptures deal with figure of speech at times, as much as it does in a literal sense, and parabolical and spiritual. She must have the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Ruach HaKodesh, to discern these things. But Revelation 6:4 reads, and there went out another horse that was red. Red, that's referring to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, really red man, because going back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, verse 25, right, he came out red, and all over like an hairy garment. As a matter of fact, Edom in the Hebrew is Adawam, if I'm mistaken, but that means red too. And power was given to him that sat there on to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword, right, to take peace from the earth. And we know Edom is all about taking peace. Everything it does, from going back to globalization with colonization, westward expansion, right? Even when the British Empire went to the other parts, like in India and whatnot, going taking over the heathen territories, or the apartheid, if I'm mistaken, that's how you pronounce the word, in South Africa, right? We had that segregation crap as well. That was all taken with the peace, right? Another example is Esau's military back in a couple decades ago, like in that war on terror crap. His agile, strong military was able to, take over the Middle East and exploit the land, its people, as well as control local economies and trades. Right? And that's all it takes to peace, man. With this devil, there's no peace. All right, that's why they're likened to, them that bring about traffic contention. And that's in the book back at the first chapter. All right, verse 3, Habakkuk 1:3. Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me. And there are that word, that is italicized. In this context, in this instance, it's referring, that word, that being italicized, referring to a people, that being the nation of Edom, Esau, Edom, right? The damn devil, because devil goes back to the Greek word diabolos, meaning, if I'm mistaken, it's a slander and accuser, right? And that's what Esau does. Those are his traits. He demonizes the prophets, labels them such and such. He puts out false witnesses out there to he conspires against many to bring about what he wants, right? But goes on to say there are the Edomites that raise up strife and contention, right? Which basically means conflicts, problems, tensions, right? Basically conflict, because this damn devil is nothing but a plague. So to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, which ties back to the blessing Isaac, which was an incarnation of Yahweh Shai, gave to Esau, Edom, that he shall live by the sword. I'm gonna pull that out. I believe it was in Genesis 27th chapter. I'm starting at verse 39. Or actually, verse 38, and Esau said unto his father, which Esau is Edom, interchangeable, just like how Jacob and Israel are interchangeable with each other. Just like how Abraham and Abraham are interchangeable with each other. Same thing with Esau and Edom. That's why in the 38th chapter, verse 3, so it makes a mention how Esau is Edom, right? The father of the Edomites. They know Esauites, they're Edomites. That's the proper term. Just like how we're not Jacobites, we're Israelites. That's the proper term. If I'm mistaken, Jacobite refers to a group of people. Though, we was in Europe though, forget. But, so it's not the same people. What's it called? Israelites for us and Jacobites. I'm gonna search up what Jacobite is. A Jacobite. Jacobite has supported the deposed James II and his descendants in their claim to the British throne after the Revolution of 1688. Right, so it's like a political party. And whereas the nation of Israel is a nationality, man. And Esau said unto his father, establish one blessing, my father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, being past tense for weeping, which is cry tears, to grieve. And Esau is in the Greek once more. Alright, because for a long time he's been nothing but dwelling deliciously, man, living delicately and deliciously, having a big smile on his goddamn face. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Yeah, because again, going back to Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He has the fatness of the earth. He dwells in the majority of the earth. Right? You got Edomites in freaking China, all over, man. Freaking, what's it called? Indonesia, Polynesia, etc. All over the Americas, man. All right. You got what's it called? Like the Apostle Paul was making the mention. A lot of Italians are also J to like South Italy. But then what's it called? A lot of them are Edomites too. And, a lot of them migrated to South America too, like Buenos Aires. So you had a lot of terrorists in what's it called, the Americas as well, in South America as well. Terrorists being heathen that look like Jake, but really their spirit goes out to the heathen nations. All right, just like vice versa. You got Jake that look like the heathen nations, but their spirit goes back to the nation of Israel, right? Because our spirit represents with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, right? But goes on to say, fatness of the earth. What's it called? And that's also a fulfillment of what Lord what's it called? Cursed Cain was, which is to be a vagabond. And when you're a vagabond, you're constantly traveling. And you hear these Edomites now always talk about their freaking, autobiography, if you will. Because they're that prideful. They want to what's called, ramble on about their whole goddamn life. They were talking about how they be traveling all over the world, man. All over the freaking earth. I was here for a couple of years. I was there. Oh yeah, I was in China. I got a job offered in Japan. I was living in Russia for like 3 years. Then I moved to what's it called, Hungary. Then I moved to Slovenia. Oh yeah, then I traveled on a freaking what's it called, Nigeria. Oh, then I went to freaking Panama, and so like they be rambling on, right? And by thy sword shalt thou live in, shalt serve thy brother, right? What's it called? Sword right there was a key word, which you don't see Esau live with the actual modern day. It's like you don't see Esau in contemporary times. Contemporary meaning modern day times, present times. You don't see him living with the freaking what's it called? Live with an actual two-edged sword, man. All right, because a little sword, a little blade is not the common self-defense anymore. The common standard of self-defense is the handgun because it refers to the gun. A modern day weapon. What's it called? Sword and arrow in the scriptures are also interchangeable for the missiles. Because see, our forefathers dealt with ancient terminology. They weren't given the understanding of future languages and what so and so was going to be called in other languages. No, they have to what's it called? Write what they describe. They have to describe what they saw with their words, man. Their way of words, right? They just like kind of Revelation. From 2 to 13 chapter makes a mention of miracles. What's it called? You could that term translates to a technology, man. But they had to what's it called? Write it how they could do it. They didn't know there was going to be a term called technology. Refer to the things that they saw. Oh yeah, there's going to be a new word called technology. No, that's what's it called, right, the way they could. So what's it called? That's the gun, right? And that's what Esau Edom lives by. As a matter of fact, all over social media, you always hear people mocking Americans, man, Babylonians, man. Starting out with Esau Edom, they were talking about how Americans are all about guns, school shooting this, school shooting that, and you got these documentaries like on Vice, the Vice journalism YouTube channel on YouTube, and what's it called? It shows various videos or documentaries, if you will, or whatever, or interviews rather, interviews of people with what's it called, a whole arsenal of goddamn guns, man. The classic, middle-aged, overweight or obese American, I should say, with what's it called, American cap, and what's it called, a muscle shirt, and like freaking AR-15s running around a goddamn golf cart, right? So that sword. It ties back to Revelation 6 chapter verse 4. This damn devil's nothing but a destroyer. He's a plague. Right, all it does is wreak havoc upon the world. So touching back to Isaiah 10th chapter, verse 5, man. The staff in their hand is mine the nation, right? Such as that, directed energy, that energy directed laser, just like which they use the same thing, man, for a bit of real estate back in Maui, like 2 years ago or so. 2023. 2023. Right? Or was that early 2024? I forget. What was it called? They use the same thing on them Palisades fires. Now they got what's it called? Fallbacks. They got scapegoats. All Jake, man. Now they're trying to incriminate Jake, make him look like a real target. Right? Mostly Southern Kingdom. But what's it called? That was really Esau by design to bring about that work, which a 15-minute city. Goes into it's like a population control. It's like a external prison where everything around the average citizen, everything in his life is like 15 minutes away. So like job is 15 minutes away from home. School is 15 minutes away from home. The store is 15 minutes away from home. So now what's it called? You're stuck in a certain area of the city now. As a part of Esau's population control to take over the people. Right? What's it called? And that reminds me of the book of Malachi, the first chapter. Because in the first chapter, verse 4 makes the mention now. Well, I don't read the whole thing, but I'm going to get to the point. Whereas, I'm saying we are impoverished, we will return to the desolate places. So he came back after the Western Roman Empire collapsed, because, the Renaissance, and then, that little horn, which is America, being the revived Roman Empire. That's why the Senate medical system, ETC, is the same thing, same similarities, man. We were trying to build the desolate places, man. Let's say the Lord of Hosts. Let's say Yahweh Bashmel Shai, Lord of Hosts. Hosts, meaning army, man. And that's talking about the angels, which act as an army. They shall build, but I will throw down. They're building right now with their 15-minute cities. Also with the, it's like a typical new construction areas, gentrifying, what's it called, older, poor neighborhoods, what's it called, also just expanding the city. What's it called, you can also apply this to weapons technology, their AI development, because you see how technology is getting more better and better, with the Tesla bots. So even then, you got other companies out there making new robots, and what's it called? You have a clip of a robot's legs, and it's being tried on a treadmill, and you see how fast that thing goes, like 40 kilometers per hour or so. The only way you would what's it called, to defend yourself against Esau coming in, what's it called, as a flood, and with Esau's freaking robotics and whatnot. So that's spiritual power. People think it's lunacy though, but it's the truth. But see how what's it called? Reality is often stranger than fiction. The things that are written in the scriptures, are contrary to what you're raised up in the society. You grow up a fixed, simple way. But when you come to the scriptures, or ultimately the Spirit to be on you to actually understand the scriptures, you start, seeing the obvious differences, But I digress. It says, they shall build, like that 15-minute street crap, but I will throw it down. They shall call on the board of wickedness, people against whom the Lord hath a nation forever. And that forever is only for what's it called, temporary amount of time. Because we know your future, Esau, has destruction, to blot out your name forever. All right? Now what's it called, before, the apostles make the mention how the spirits of the Edomites will reincarnate through the heathen nations, but, the name of Esau we know more. But what's it called? Now they came out with, mentioned that may not be the case because there's no scripture on that, and they may just utterly be destroyed, decimated spirits, ceasing to exist. We'll see though for sure, but, we do know one thing, that Esau's and what's it called be wiped out. You shall be no more. Alright, but so your 15 minutes ain't gonna happen. Your global reset ain't gonna happen. The only global reset is that Yahweh Bashmi Oshai. Alright, and that's the true global reset. The kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Right. This is the book of Daniel. The 7th chapter. Alright. Shop with me. Saints of the Most High. Yeah, and also tying back to Daniel the 2nd chapter, you have that stone that was graven without hands. What I'm saying, that's how it was, and it smote the statue at its feet, because it's going to a timeline as well as what's it called, the empire that's ruling, and that stone was Yahweh Shai coming here at the very end, destroying all civilizations, all the divided kingdoms, the feet mixed with clay and iron, if I'm mistaken. And that's Yahweh Shai's kingdom is gonna be forever. Alright, so hey man, Daniel the 7th chapter, verse 18, with the saints of the Most High, say meaning sanctified. And this starts off, which that's talking about the nation of Israel, but it starts off with the elect who are truthfully sanctified, because even the wicked of our people, they're defiled, man. They rather, what's it called, attain to the philosophies, the ways, the customs, the teachings, the vain ideologies, the vain science, the false sciences of these peoples. They want to be like the heathen. Is so goddamn bad, but when it comes to being an Israelite now, which is freaking funny, because even the heathen want to be like the Israelites. I wish I was, and they're gonna wish they were the Israelites too in the kingdom, because there's gonna be that envy. But here it is, Jake themselves being a stubborn people, stiff-necked, rebellious. Nah, we're going to be like the heathen. Nah, that's my brother, that's my friend. But what's it called? So really, ultimately, it starts off with the elect, man. What's it called? The first fruits. It makes sense, because at first spirits, the older is always going to be the wiser. Though, what's it called? Going back to the scriptures, it makes a mention how, wisdom is not like the days. All right, because look at Jake, man. 40 years old and they still don't know shit. But what's it called? We know that the real old, the real elder Jake being first fruits, those are the elect. They're going to be wise, man. Right? They're going to be the leaders. What's it called? And Lord will be those men, which we call the hopeful elect. That's the saints, man. Because they're sanctified. They're set apart right now. You see that division, right? Because, hey, we try and live godly compared to Jake. I'm saying I was a priest in the book of 1 Peter, going to our conversation. Conversation meaning, behavior, code of conduct. Hey, that's what's it called. When you listen to that word honor, that word honor in the Google has multiple definitions. One of them being an adherence to a conventional standard. That being, what's it called? Trying to be holy, live godly. Be just, live righteously, which is a rehearsal of righteous acts. All right, hey, Jake don't do that. Right? It also means, the word honor also means to keep keep an obligation. Fulfill an obligation and keep an agreement, and that's the covenant we made with the Lord. Right? Hey, we do the laws and we fulfill. We act out the laws and we prosper. We break them and we get cursed. Right? But Jay don't see it like that. Big wasn't to say, but the saints of the Most High, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and even forever and ever. All right, that kingdom is the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of Yahushua. Because it starts out with Yahushua. He be the King of Kings or the Lord's able. Well, going back to Revelation 1:9 makes the mention how, what's it called? We are made kings and priests. Because what's it called? Kings, because we'll be lesser kings. Hence why it's written we'll be joint heirs with the Mashiach. Right? Meaning the Mashiach, meaning anointed, the anointed. Right? That's where what's it called? That's a proper title, not Christ. It's really Mashiach. Right? But it makes mention forever, even forever and ever, because this means for all eternity, man. That's for all eternity. Hey, you see how these kingdoms rule? They rule for like a short period of time, and then at the end, that's when you see what's it called, civil strife, right? What's it called, unrest, a lot of sedition, a lot of protesting. What's it called, civil war, and then the whole government collapses, and it's like a whole new thing. Or gets absorbed into, or the territory gets absorbed into a new empire. But see how what's it called, when we get perfected with the law, or it's like we get perfected, and we teach the law, uphold the law, because the biblical law will be the law of the land. Henceforth, there shall be what's called no collapsing of our kingdom. And the collapsing of our kingdom was the United Kingdom of Israel back in the ancient world, which really saw as an introduction to the kingdom of heaven, which will be for eternity. All right, going back to Isaiah 55:11, and also other variant precepts like in the Psalms, it makes to mention how the word of the Lord is always forever. The Lord said that if the word of the Lord was that we shall rule forever and ever and ever, for all eternity, that is what is going to happen. You can't do it, because going back to Malachi 3:6, it makes to mention how I the Lord change not. And also James 1:17 makes a mention how the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, because variableness means to be open to change, not fixated. But it says not variableness, no variableness, no variableness. So it really means not able to change. The Lord's not a man that he should lie. He's not going to say one thing and then switch it up on us. He never breaks his promises, man, like man do. Right? So we'll be the ones to inherit the kingdom, man. And that's where you see all this chaos, destruction going on. Right? And you can't undo it because it's prophecy. Right? It's the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. To everything there's a season and a time of purpose under the earth, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, which talking about the Sirach 10. The latter verses makes it mention how, the Lord plucketh up the thrones of the proud princes and the kingdoms. What kingdom? America, which really is really like a queendom, because rule is feminine, it's ruled by women mostly. What's it called? A time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. Right? A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. Esau's trying to break down, the city and build it up with this 15-minute city. But, touching back to Malachi 1:1, hey, you will build up, but the Lord will break down. So it's opposite. Esau wants to break down and build up. I was trying to, have them build up, only to break it down. All right? What's it called? But ultimately, it's to build it back up, because what's it called? The kingdom of Yahushua, the kingdom of Israel. That's gonna be built up, man. But what's it called? You see, what's it called? The times we're in. The world languisheth. I'm gonna end it off in a very second. That's just the 9th chapter. I suppose. Verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when thy eyes begin to visit the earth. Because again, though Esau's doing it by hand, it's really of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. And even then, you got judgment being brought forth through that Palisades fire. I was taking the death toll went up to 16 or so. Hey, the Lord's bringing back spirits, man, back to the spirit realm. what's it called? And that's really also a spiritual sign if you can receive it. You know, a precursor for that thermonuclear destruction. All right, because you got the clips of how terrible it looks in that area. You know, it's gonna look like that, but pretty much worse. And what's it called? You got rules going on all over Instagram, and you know, as you see in the screen, you know, you have that GIF, McDonald's burning, and then it shows a chariot. That's a spiritual sign right there that the Lord had. You know, whoever made that GIF, you know, the Lord did that on purpose. He used that and the visual bring that gift about, because that's prophecy, man. You know, a chariot, you know, delivering his elect during what's called a destruction. You know, all right. So then shalt thou will understand that the Most High. So like I'm gonna jump down to verse 5 actually. For like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. That's the one I wanted to bring out, man. Right. Even so, at times also the highest that plain beginnings, the wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Everyone that shall be saved, then shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. Shall be preserved from the said perils, and then shall see my salvation in my land within my borders. And notice how verse 7 made the mention now by their faith and works, because again, without works, faith is dead. You know, you're supposed to have two. You're supposed to have them both, man. There's also not only works. You know, you have to have both of them. There's a balance. You know, because we're not saved by the law. You know, if it was so, you know, it's really a slap to Yahweh Shai's face. And also, the Heavenly Father, it's like you lack the faith now. You know, you're supposed to have both. Whereby ye have believed, it shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation. Yeah, ultimately, because it's predestinated, man. You know, salvation is predestinated to an elect, which we hope to be of that number. All right, hope, you know, ties back to faith. Shall be preserved from the said perils, all right, shall see my salvation in my land, and my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning. Sanctify them, all right, because it's an elect, not the whole nation of Israel. All right, that's why it says, and everyone that shall be saved, then shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye believe. Hey, because even the two-thirds, they don't believe. You know, a lot of them don't believe in this thing, you know. Or they lack the works or faith, you know, they lack one or the other. Right? I just want to do a quick lesson on that. You know, yeah, that's all a part of the plan. You know, that fire. And it's only going to get worse because people be talking about what's it called, 2025 is going to be their goddamn year. You know, but we've been saying prior to that, beforehand, America ain't going to be your year. It's like America. 2025 is not going to be your year. It's not going to be America's year. It's not going to be the world's year. You can keep on trying to bless America and whatnot. But we know what the scriptures say. We know what the scriptures say, man. You know, the time is at hand. Right? But I just want to do a quick lesson on that. And Lord wills edifying. And it's the next one. I do say Shalom. Actually, yeah. I just thought about another precept, Revelation 1:3. All right, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Yeah, the time is at hand, man. The time is at hand. The end of the end. And this could be it. You know, 2025, the year of our deliverance and the destruction, you know, of Esau, man. Right. With that being said, this lesson was edifying. To the next one, I do say Shalom.